buzzword is most definitely CD. 3 systems are out now: Philips CDI, Commodore CDTV, and PC CD-ROM. But with Sega's Mega CD-ROM coming out next month, some of you may be wondering what the whole malarkey is about. Well, we've got Les Crane, chairman of Software Toolworks, one of the pioneers of CD software, to tell us exactly what it's about.
When you have a disk-based system, you're storing the material that you want to store, the data, on a magnetic medium like a tape or a floppy disk, and the space is extremely limited. When you're using CD, you're using an actual laser light to read the bits and bytes of information off a laser disc, and the amount of data, information that can be stored is thousands of times greater.
Okay, here's the deal.
CD-ROM means read-only memory, so when you put a CD-ROM player in your machine, all you can do is read off of that disk, but you can't write to it. In other words, you can't interact with it. Now, Philips has their CDI system, which is CD Interactive, so that you can be involved to a certain degree with the CD-ROM disk.
Didn't miss by much.
The Commodore version of that is called CDTV. You could theoretically have a movie, for example, in which there would be several different endings, and you could get to play a part in the movie and choose which ending you wanted to go for.
But what about the games themselves?
If you can imagine that an old floppy disk or a cartridge that you put in the old Sega or the old Nintendo system held maybe a page worth of material, and a CD disc holds a library's worth of material. If you're playing an adventure game, can you imagine how many thousands of rooms and thousands of characters and the graphics and the sound and the full motion video pictures that can be put on those games? They're going to be a heck of a lot more fun to play.
It's all just a game.
But will the games be any good? This all looks incredibly enticing, but I must admit, up till now, all the CD games I've seen have been a little bit ropey. The potential's certainly there. Let's hope they use it.
Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all right. I just played that clip from Games Master because I always find things like that really interesting as to what at that point in time we thought the future was going to be and how it was going to be. But even at that point, there was realising that CD games were a bit pants, especially the FMV stuff. But yeah, I just thought that was really interesting. So yeah, good evening, everybody. Welcome. Hope you're all doing well. I can see we've got a few people in the chat already. So good evening, Paul, Retro Prime, and Coop 1999, Craig. I think not him, Jim, or AKA Monkey Spaz Jim, is actually driving at the moment, so I don't think he'll be in the chat, or he'll be in the edge if he is. So, so tonight I'm looking at the Commodore CDTV. Now again, this is a system that I've never actually seen in the wild. I think I might have seen it for sale at the Doncaster Market once, maybe, I'm not sure, but I've never seen it in the wild. I've never seen it for sale. I've never seen any demos on it. I know a lot of people say it's basically an Amiga. Good evening, Andy, iStream Van, and Liz. Howdy, hope you okay? Hope you okay? This is now a unicorn. Yeah, it's like the CD32. You see quite a lot of them about, and I can remember them being in the shops, but I can never remember seeing this. Like I can remember seeing the CDIs and the 3DOs and stuff like that. So it's quite interesting. When I was doing looking up like information about it, obviously Wikipedia is a good source, but there's loads of sources about it. We all know that basically it was an Amiga A500 with the Workbench 1.3 inside a video case, literally, because their vision was that it was going to be in the front room. And to be honest, the vision was exactly how it is today. Most consoles are in the front room and you use them for multiple things. Maybe more for streaming and things like that, like Netflix and things like that. But the idea was there, but again, it was just a bit too early. So my cousin had one, played it at his first game I played, and it was Wings. It was Wings of Fury. And I was like, this is just an Amiga. Remember this next to a CDI. Yeah, and that was the issue. It it promised so much, but basically was just an Amiga. And when you look at how much it costs, so in the introductory price, believe it or not, in America was $999, and that's equivalent to a $1,990 in 2021. So over here, that's about $1.5 grand. So would you pay $1.5 grand just for the CD? Who knows? Interestingly, in the UK, it sold 29,000 units, so that's still quite a fair few. Like I say, it's basically an Amiga. Reading all the bump about what its processors and things were, it was very similar. It did actually support CDXL, I believe, which was the first system to do so, which was like playing CDXL motion video, so it could actually literally play video straight from the CD. I guess it was too early. Look at how CD-based consoles came after. Yeah, it's the same, isn't it? It's like it was too early, and it didn't really offer much in the way of difference from the Amiga. I was looking at the controller. I quite like the controller actually, but it does remind me of like a TV controller. But I like the mouse and joy button, so you could literally flick it across, so you could use it as a mouse as well. I think that's quite clever. And obviously you'd got your play of... So it was meant to be used like a TV controller as well, because they were wanting you to use CDs to watch things. My uncle said he paid 850 quid for his back in the day, and as far as I could tell, they just used it for standard 500 games. Yeah, and I think that was basically it. Most of the games are literally that. The other thing I didn't realise was they developed a CDTV 2, which I didn't know anything about until I read this. And I did a bit of digging, and apparently they didn't actually make a mock-up of it, but they did get as far as making the motherboard for it too, and it was very similar to the original. Looking at the specs, it was still the same speed, 7.14. In fact, it was a bit slower than the other one, but it had the ECS chipset on, so I suppose it was more like an A500 Plus in a box instead of the 1.3, but this never came out, obviously. The keyboards are amazing. The controller was horrible to use, like one of the worst I've ever used. Just felt like a TV remote. Yeah, it did look like a TV remote. They were never very good at making controllers. I don't think the CD32 one's any good either. I think it just... I don't know what it is about them. They don't look as good. But I think the reason it probably looked like a remote is because that's the way they wanted to pitch it, weren't it? They wanted it to be that front room thing. So... Hi, Dobber Danger. Hope you're okay. So yeah, so if you are in watching it and you did have one, then please comment, because obviously this is what I like. I'd like to hear from people who had these type of things. Obviously I didn't. Tonight we'll be using WinUIE because that's the best emulator for CDTV or you could use RetroArch, but I just find this easier to use. The first thing I wanted to put on, it's not really a game. It was just something I found while looking for programs for it. And it's quite funny actually, and it's obviously from a company that you could contact, and they would make you a interactive CD for the CDTV. So we'll just put that on. I just want to have a look at this first. Yeah, hi Quicket, hope you're okay. The CDs had to be in a cart when installed. Yeah, they were like a carrier case, weren't they, basically? So this is called Pandora, and basically it's a multimedia demonstration for CDTV by Optonica, I can't limited. I'll just let space go. Deep paint animation. So they were basically advertising what they could do for you. Now, I'm not going to go through all these things because there's a lot of things, but I found the introduction quite interesting. I just love the grainy pictures. It just reminds me of when I did on the BBC Micro, the Doomsday disc, when we had to go on that. It's like the graininess of the graphics is the same, but I'll just play that just so you can have a quick idea of what they were offering.
Optonica is situated in the heart of rural England. in a Grade 2 listed building on the south side of Leicester, and enjoying excellent communications access via the local M1, M6 and M69 motorways. Company directors Lee Gibson and Kevin Stevens have been dedicated to the emerging multimedia industry for some years, and they have continued to be excited by the endless possibilities for the medium. Optonica's dedicated production and development personnel have many collective years' experience in the field of multimedia development and production.
Yeah, I do as well, Cricket. This is the type of thing I like.
Working together to produce the best in multimedia.
Look at the Amigas in the background.
Both production and software development, which gives Optonica its strength and diversity. The production department is provided with custom production tools by the software development department. In return, the development department can see how authoring tools perform in the real world on live multimedia data, allowing them to be honed for maximum operability.
I suppose you've got to cast your mind back to the 90s, and this was probably really good then, for like multimedia presentations and interaction. Are they tellies, or are they were tellies or not?
Optonica is probably the oldest and largest multimedia production house in Europe, working specifically with Amiga and CDTV development, and has expertise in production for both consumer and professional markets.
Yeah, White definitely. I love the music. Point of sale, CNA. They don't even exist anymore. Training. Video walls. When it was consisted of 1,000 televisions. I feel like I'm getting groomed. Evening, Jim. Visions on a disc. I just thought it was really funny. I just loved it. I just loved the it's almost the tackiness of it though, brings the nostalgia feels, because this is exactly what it was like. The last thing I'll show you is, because obviously you can go through like all the different things they do, so it talks about how they can make points of sale videos and all that kind of stuff. The one I thought was quite funny was the education one though. So you can select part of the face. So if you select exploring the sensors, got your first job at 16. So it's talking about the tongue basically. So it's showing you how education could use this.
Taste, a highly localized but nevertheless important ability, is sensed by groups of specific receptors on the upper surface of the tongue.
Yes, definitely.
Sugar
Cricket.
Sweetness is sensed
More
by the
towards
tip
the
of
latter
tongue.
of that range for me.
Salty flavours are picked up by areas at either side of the tip. At the sides, the taste buds detect sour flavours, and at the back of the tongue, bitter tastes are detected.
I don't know where you detect lager,
These
just
four
bitter.
basic taste types combine to make individual flavours for all our foods.
But yeah, so we'll come off that now. So I just wanted to put that on because obviously that's what the CDTV was all about. It was supposed to be interactive multimedia, and unfortunately it just became a, well, from what I can tell anyway, is more of an Amiga A500 with a CD drive on it. Why does it look like bum? It's going to be a test on all this. Yeah, that's it. It's going to be like your A levels. So we'll get rid of that one. Let's put the game on, shall we? So I have tried to find some like games that are more CDTV orientated, but there wasn't that many, to be honest, what I could see anyway. So if there is any that you know of and I've not got them, then just tell me because I'll find them and we can put them on. So the first one we're going to play is one that was on the actual advertisement from Games Master. So this is, I think it's Psycho Killer. Now again, I don't really know much about this. I don't know if I've actually played it before. I don't think I have. There's a man who heard strange voices. Even the game looks like it's some kind of interactive thing. We'll just begin the game. We don't want tutorial mode. Ooh, a bit of mode 7. When online didn't actually mean online. You would fail. Could you confirm the sound's alright? It's not too loud. Are we in Tron movie yet? Cheers, Andy. I like the eyes. Yeah. Definitely poorly interactive. They were pushing the point, weren't they? I was trying to work out what that car is. Is it a Vauxhall something or is it an Opel something? I can't. I'm sure I've seen that car before. I don't know why it's in yellow. I don't know if that's because it was easier to do. Chevette, that's it. Yes. Is that the choke on it? Yeah, I've got a choke button on it. The interesting thing about this is it's obviously filmed in the UK just by the street signs and stuff. I wonder what they digitised it on. Ernest Barbera. Yeah, because you'd definitely follow a guy who's just jumped in the middle of the road into a field, wouldn't you? And leave your car parked diagonally across the road to cause another pile-up. He's got a blade. Why would you follow him? Yeah.
October was cold.
Seeing more frames in Specsavers.
And an east wind chilled the countryside. I was driving along a quiet country lane. Suddenly, from a brief patch of mist, a car loomed up ahead of me, completely blocking the road.
Oh, we've gone to blue mode now, not...
Stab quickly at the brakes.
What's it, the brakes? Oh, I'd hit the brakes. I hope that was the brake.
That was too close.
I'm sure I've played this before. I've just got vague recollections of this.
Stupid place to leave a car blocking the road like that.
Yeah, stupid place. This is very early FMV, isn't it? Before it, well, it's not even FMV like Craig says. It's more like animation.
Sure. What is this?
What is this? 15.
She's obviously in trouble. How can I help her?
Oh my god. She's obviously in trouble. How can I help her?
I set off across the fields.
Oh god, it's like one of them. It's like the FIFA where they've recorded them at different times, so the voice
some time, coming eventually to a small stream.
Isn't in sync.
I decided to head back towards my car. Walking back across an open field, I had nowhere to run when he found me.
Is that it? Are we dead?
No, my name is carved in stone.
We've just been hit by a machete. I didn't do anything. What? I don't know, Liz. I'll let you know when I find out. It's just Google Maps Street View with a voiceover. That's it, we could do it. Walking down a country lane. Call the police. Oops, mobile phones weren't invented yet. Let's have another go, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Kumana for the rewritable optical disc shifter system. Oh, so they use Rombo with the video RGB splitter. Oh, it resets. That's crazy. I suppose it didn't on the original. Well, yeah, yeah, you've got to put your mindset back into 1990, whenever this came out, 1993, was it? 92? I have to watch all the intro again, surely. I'm not watching it all again, sure. If I have to watch all the intro again, I'm going to put something else on. I'm not watching all the intro again. Came across a man dragging a woman into a field. I drove off. Not my problem. She was probably asking for it. I headed to the nearest Wimpy's. I don't know why they've got these space things, though. It makes it like it's some kind of space adventure. Just yeah, I am doing. If I can. I have no control.
October was cold. The sun brought light but no warmth, and an east wind chilled the countryside.
Right. Got to slam the brakes on.
I was driving along a quiet country lane.
Oh, what happens if I slam the other one?
A patch of mist. A car loomed up ahead of me, completely blocking the road.
I won't press the exit. That is, which is the brake? That's the brake.
That was too close.
Why if I look the other way?
Nothing of any use in the glove box.
Oh, damn, I was hoping there were going to be some, like, butter knife or something I could use to attack them with. October's now warm thanks to global warming, yeah. Sounds like Andy. October was cold. Mind you, if it were Andy, he'd be in his shorts, wouldn't he?
Stupid place to leave a car blocking the road like that. Oh, sugar. What is this?
Oh, sugar. I like how they... I suppose if they'd have put a swear word, then it would have been an 18 instantly in them days.
She's obviously in trouble. How can I help her?
Well, we've got to get her. We've got to find her.
I set off across the fields. I walked for some time, coming eventually to a small stream.
Which way did we go last time?
Ouch. Thorns. I'm not going to get through here.
Ouch. Thorns. Which way did I go forwards? I can't remember. We didn't come this way, did we? 'Cause we weren't gonna... I wonder what camera equipment was used in the making of the game. I don't know. It said they used a Rombo digitizer with RGB, so I would imagine they could have used any camera equipment that had got phono out, or... 'cause it wouldn't have been SCART then, would it?
Sugar, it's him!
Kick him!
Eat my Reeboks, freak face.
Eat my Reeboks, freak face. Just how we talked back in 1990s.
That showed him. Oh, he's dropped his machete.
Well,
I took the machete with me and continued on into the trees.
wow. So now, if we get caught, we're going to be the one with the machete, so... if the A500 CD drive came out, then this might have had a decent chance with game development. Yeah, but the thing is, what always makes me laugh is they didn't learn the lesson, did they? Because then they bought the CD32 out, which was basically a 1200 with a CD drive on. Now, yeah, technology had moved on a bit, so, but they were still trying to do the same thing. It wasn't a leap, really. It was just it was more like an add-on. But I suppose that they didn't learn, did they? So, let's go that way. I don't know where I am now. We're lost in the woods. Defo in Leicester with a machete.
He had something in his hand. It was a petrol bomb.
Where did he get a petrol bomb from?
I made him drop the bomb, but the machete slipped from my hand.
What?
The flames were too fierce to retrieve it, so I ran.
What? Evening, 80 sneaker freak. So we've now set the wood on fire. We've left the machete there to burn. I might have done, I might have done, but I can't remember the flames. This is like a health and safety video at work, yeah. I don't even know where I'm going. It's one of them things you would probably have to map out as you did it.
What looked to be a road.
That's an interesting question. You see, from what I can tell, the CDTV library is basically all the Amiga games.
I can follow this road back to the nearest village. I wonder what that psycho is doing now.
The CDI had some good games, but what the?
Time for a change of style.
What? I think I'm dead.
After running for some time, I came to a small countryside station. I had to think quickly because I was sure he was right behind me.
I'll get you next time, Gadget. Yeah, I'm going to try them actually because I don't know what are they like. Are they?
Oh, thank goodness, a phone.
But he's got no money.
Hang up forever.
No, my name is Carp.
Oh, thank God for that. Put us out of his misery. Kill us now. Right, well, I'll have a look at that next, actually, because I wanted to try that to see... Because I know it was good on the CD32. I have nightmares like this. Am I right in saying the consoles were used in information boards for decades? Probably, because we've just put on a thing which was talking about how you can use them interactively. You could even use them with like multi-screen television, with like big billboard television in the olden days. I love the... Sounds like some cheesy porn music. Or a detective movie from 1950s. My smart meter is a Nokia inside. That is creepy. Right, let's get rid of that game. I just want to open that. 1 second. Smooth scrolling, yeah. Over there. Right. So this is Turrican 2. So I would assume this is going to be like the same as the Amiga 500, but maybe, like you say, a bit more CD music. That was brilliant to watch, slowly flicking through a flip book that the truth of. Oh, we're talking. Well, this sounds like mod music to me. It does me, to me. I love this music. It's one of my favourite soundtracks. Oh, what happened then? Did I die? Oh, I've lost all my bugger. Is he the guy who did the music, I gather? But I don't know how you'd play this on that controller. That's the only problem. Could you put joysticks into it? Did it have like 9-pin joystick ports on it? I wonder. Oh. Probably. Well, that's it, isn't it? Where's the extra on it? I would imagine it wouldn't be archived up. I wonder if it were quicker loading and stuff. I'll have a look at the size of the ISO in a minute after I've... No, I'm using a Xbox pad, but I'm not playing it on the real hardware. I'm playing it on WinUAE, so it won't really make any difference. But it is using ISO files, so if it was music, it would be the same. I'm just going to have a quick squint at how big it is. It's actually 17 meg on the CD. So I wonder what they used the rest for. It must have been because they just unpacked it. But then they're never going to get 17 meg on an 80k. Oh, why does that kill me straight away? Because it weren't even more, didn't have any more, obviously, colours, because it were using ECS, the standard 1.3 Amiga colour palette. It is hard as nails, but I love the game. It is a good game. Probably one of the best, what would you say, best sideways scroll and shoot 'em on Amiga, I think. And it came out fairly, well, not fairly early, but in the mid of its life. It wasn't like a later game, because obviously later games are usually better, but... I love how the walking as well, how the rope bridge. Oh. I've completed this on the C64 as a kid, but playing it as an adult, I can't get as far at all. So just use cheats. Iconic run and gun, yeah, definitely. It's got that Mega Drive feel to it, I think, with more better, crispier graphics. So is it literally 880k then, Craig? Is that the actual game is the same as it was on the disc version? Because it was it two? It was just one disc, Turrican 2, weren't it? Let's put something else on. Let's have a look for something else. That's Turrican 2, classic game. I don't know if this was a CDTV only one, or if it was a Amiga one as well. Oh, I love that that CDTV sound with a laser. I'm gonna fire this game up after the stream for a play. Because the CDs are padded, it tried to burn a CD with 2.1 megadata, it will fail, so padded the zero garbage data to enlarge the size of the disc. So it was 2.1 meg. So that would sort of suggest the unpacked version of a disc, wouldn't it? Because I bet you could get 2 meg on a disc packed up, probably. Yeah, it looks like a direct port of the A500. It did. I'm right in thinking the CDTV as well. It did have a. You could buy an external floppy drive for you, couldn't it? But I wonder if you could boot Amiga discs directly up then from the CD screen, like you can an Amiga. I don't know if you could do that or not. I think you could. Yes, you could buy the floppy drive, keyboard and mouse. So would it then let you boot the disc straight up, or did you have to do something to get it to work? So this is Fantastic Voyage from 1991. Highly desirable. Yeah, I bet they are. How much did they cost it back in the day, AD? If you sneak it. What sort of price were they? Was it like a couple £100? Yeah, well, that's typical, isn't it? The worse they were, the more valuable they are nowadays. Oh, look at that, parallax scrolling. I don't know if this is. I say again, I don't know if this does that on the normal version. If there is a normal version, I bet they never. Probably never sold many. What is going on? Turn around. Oh yeah, it would be the ultimate, wouldn't it? I'm dead. Is this PC? This was based on the film, weren't it? I don't know if it's... I don't know why there's no sound effects, it's just got music. Is it because I bet the music is the specialist of the version, because obviously it had the option, didn't it? That music's definitely CD music, that's not... Well, it doesn't sound mod. Yeah, I know it's very difficult to tell with mods and things. Sounds like my work toilet. Yeah, if you got that... Oh, bloody hell. If if you'd have got the Ultimate Amiga, all that setup, I bet it'd cost you a few grand. But you'd be the envy of all your mates, wouldn't you? It's very difficult. I want to see if I can put sound effects on. You see, as well, a lot of people at the time, especially on the PC, thought the CDs would be pirate-proof. That was one of the things about them as well, but obviously that didn't last long because then CD writers came out, which sort of blew that out of the water. Sound effects. Right, let's try it there. Original. We're in the neck. It's based on a film. I'm sure Fantastic Voyage was a film. It's interesting that it couldn't do music and sound effects. I wonder if that was something to do with the way the system worked with the sound card, the sound chip. Cover girl strip club next. It's past 9 o'clock after all. Oh, bloody hell. Crashed into the thing. Could it play backup CDs, the CDTV? I wonder. I know the CD32 can, can't it? Bit of blue foot dads. We'll have a look at it, but obviously if it will not go for. We shall. Let's turn around. Turn round, you're going the wrong. For God's sake. Oh, it takes you all the way back. Job is, yeah. I looked and I don't think there was actually, I think there was no like unique game for the CDTV. I couldn't see any that was like a unique title that only came out on the CDTV that sold it. Which is weird. By saying that, I suppose the Amiga didn't really. It had Zool, I suppose, but even that came out and everything eventually. Oh, how am I going to get down there without getting destroyed? Just 20. 2D microcosm, yeah. You're right, it is. Because obviously your body's got whatever they are inside them. There must be germs. Oh, bugger. I'm dead. Yep, so that's Fantastic Voyage. Right. It should do this, I would think. Put that in there as well. Evening, the Hobby Lodge. Sorry, I didn't see you come in there. I was too busy looking for this. Hope you're okay. What kind of evening have I missed? Nothing, Jim. Nothing at all. Oh, it's not going to play that one then. I wonder if it's because this was the actual CD thing, weren't it? Screen where you could play CDs and music and things. So this is your interactiveness again as well. Why is it not? It might not. One second, I'll put the last bit in, see if that works. You might be out of luck, guys. It might not play it. Let's reset it. Reset. Yeah, it knows it won't play the 18 game. It's being nasty. Right, let's have a look what else there is. I remember seeing the CDTV in the shops and loved the look of it. Going for a full set for the C64. You're going for a full set for the C64. Lovely boot screen though. Yeah, I love the boot screen. I like the CD32 one as well, if I'm honest. So. Let's see what this plays like. Probably like the Amiga. Remember staring at this at back of Dixon's as a kid. The boot screen was the future. Yeah, going hard on the hit squads. Are you going to go for them all? I think you're collecting hit squads, aren't you, Jim, for the Specky? Well, at least you've changed the opening screen to CDTV, and the music does sound a bit more different. Oh, you sold them all. Have you got? Oh, of course you did, yeah. Some sold for silly prices. So this did actually have a CDTV version, so this should be different then to the other one. Well, not different, but... Oh, it's a classic game, Defender of the Crown. I love it. Bit hard, but again, most games are nowadays. What happens to you? When do you lose the ability to play games? Because I used to play games all the time and I were really good. And now I'm rubbish. Good, average, strong, average. Who shall we be? I remember seeing this on Games Master. I'm still good. No, you're not. That's a lie. We've seen your playing ability on the live streams back in 1970s when you used to do them.
For ho! Together we will drive these Norman pretenders into the sea.
Oh, a bit of speech. That's what I like to hear. Pong machine. There you go, Andy.
In Sherwood Forest, you are greeted by your old friend Robin of Locksley. Many years have passed since you served with Robin and his men, but disastrous news curtails the reunion. During your journey, an assassin has taken the king's life. The kingdom is in chaos because there is no heir to the throne. Worse still, the crown itself has disappeared. Normans are assembling armies and Saxons will fight them.
That's what I was going to say. There you go, Andy. Your nice, your colour cycling from Deep Pain.
Robin tells you the struggle ahead is for younger men. Men like you, he says. Only you can save England. Robin urges you to raise an army and pledges his aid 3 times if you will seek to reunite the darkness of the kingdom.
Probably the programmers did the voices, or people like the caretaker or the cleaner or whoever was wandering about at the time. They wouldn't get voice actors, would they? I don't think, to do this. The thing is, they had a really good opportunity there, didn't they, to animate the talking and stuff, because space was not an issue anymore. It's just a bit lazy just to put on the actual same picture but with just a voiceover, basically, isn't it? Oh, they definitely like the colour cycling, didn't they? Your income is 2, your treasure is 7. Your orders: hold tournament. Let's hold a tournament. Let's have a bit of jousting. Still limited to 1 meg per scene though. So it's still got limitations then, hasn't it? Everyone hit that like, please. Thank you. To be honest, and I know it's only a small thing, but the sound like that does make a bit of a difference. Oh, we're never very good at this, jousting. The tournament begins. Select your opponent. You have no spare land, so you will joust for fame. It just adds the atmosphere, doesn't it? The sound, which is weird. I'm not very good at this, so I'm going to probably get knocked off. Head. Off the head. Did I get him? How did he knock me off? Then I got him in the head.
Ah, thus ends your day in the lists of Ashby. You were not champion, but your deeds will be remembered.
Best not hurt the horse.
To bring glory to your name.
You know, it's a good game. I love the game, but I'm rubbish like you, Craig. I'm rubbish at it. But I never really understood what you had to do. You're supposed to go for the head, aren't you, to knock him off, but... And then it's turn-based, so everybody takes land. And I think to take the land, don't you have to invade the castles and things? The Normans have kidnapped a Saxon lady. Will you stage a rescue? Oh, I cannot leave her. It's a wanky night. The scenes were ever so good. They were very well drawn. Oh, this is where we have to fight. This is literally me at the vending machine at work. What, you fight your way? Go on, get him. Come on. Oh, come on. He got...
Gallant try, but you were captured and thrown into the dungeon to await your fate. After many days and nights, you negotiate with your captors and pay ransom. You are released, somewhat poorer, but a bit wiser.
Yeah, it is a bit powermongerish graphics. Is there any skill? Probably. Not when I'm playing it, there isn't, but there probably is if other people are playing it. A bit more of that deluxe paint thingy there. I want to. Can I go to there? Let's go raiding. Select a castle to raid. Is that too far away? I like how the castles are different as well. Just want to invite you into the big Bar UK Retro Tubers group, mate. Okay, thank you. Why is there no Scotland? Because that would cause riots, probably. We're friends with Scotland. We don't want to go stabbing them with swords. Oh, see the Haley's Comet go past then? Ah, he's dead. Go, 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 go. I'll leave them two to fight them. Is it going to load up the next bit? Oh, there we go. We're inside now. Oh, yeah, I remember the shadow on the Amiga. I used to love how the shadow follows you. I thought that was really cool. I know it's only a... Get him. Come on. Come on, get one more hit. He's dead. Right, where are we going now? Looks great. We're also keeping inventing Iron Brew at this point in history.
Leaving the shattered body.
What? I didn't do anything. So if we won, did we get it? He didn't. Leaving the shattered body. Have I pressed the fire button too many times? Oh, do we own that castle now? What happened then? I don't know what happened then. I think we won, but I don't know if it's Oh, well, we didn't die. Anyway, that's a Defender of the Crown. I do like the extra sound effects on that, I've got to be said. Wonderful game art on this game. Seen the dock, and they used Deluxe Paint 2 to draw all the backgrounds. You can tell it looks very Deluxe Painty, very like we say, they've got the cycle, haven't they, of the colours and the water and the flames and things. What else have we got? Now this is another interesting one because it seems a lot of these were very much they like regurgitated them on the CD32, the games, and it makes you wonder if they did actually change anything in them or just. Oh no, this is Guy Spy though, isn't it? Guy Spy definitely would benefit from CD because it was on, like, were it on 12 discs? It was like Monkey Island 2. That's an interesting thing. Did Monkey Island ever come out on this? Because Monkey Island would have been an ace candidate for CD, wouldn't it, really? Oh, any. Can you imagine it? It had been ace. Oh, was it too late? Yeah, but I bet you could save if you'd got the floppy drive. Man, you'd need the floppy drive. I wonder if it had any RAM to save, any like save RAM. It probably didn't because it was before that came out, weren't it? Proceed to Berlin, intercept Von Max before you can exit the country to Switzerland. I would imagine the animations were a lot quicker as well because you weren't waiting for loading, were they? Was it a single speed drive or a dual speed drive? I wonder. Another interesting thing to think about. Oh, I want to go that way. There. No, no. Oh, very difficult. If it had less pixels, it could be radio. You've never heard of this, Jim? What? Guy Spy came out on the Amiga. I remember having this on the Amiga. It was just a pain in the ass because you had to swap discs all the time. Ah, single speed, bloody hell. One-time CD drive. I can remember my mate getting a 4-speed CD drive for his PC and we thought that were amazing. This is very much like Dragon's Lair-esque, isn't it? But bit more control. Well. It doesn't. It's so annoying because the pad won't get the joystick to do it. Why is his leg so far apart? He's pooped himself. Mouse control would be better. Probably be easy though. Jim needs to leave. Yeah, he does. I'll have one more crack at it, and then it's really difficult on the pad because the crosshair doesn't sort of just smoothly go across. It jumps miles across. I wonder if you could use mouse on it. Because you had the option on the pad to flick it over to mouse, didn't you? No, mouse don't move. Look. Oh. You come. It doesn't let me do it. It's so annoying. It's frustrating. Andy had a demo on the cover issue wearing a cable car. CDTV didn't have a mouse. You could buy one though. Why is he walking like he's got piles? Doing what shooting? Reminds me of Tintin cartoon style. Yeah, Hershey's Adventures of Tintin. I used to love that on telly. I think so. It's been 30 years. So that's Guy spying the crystals of Armageddon. I wonder what. There's actually a demo disc. I wonder what that is. Let's open that and see what's on that. So these are just discs that I've sort of got to have a look at. And it actually, what was it? Some dynamic television, weren't it? I can't remember what the C stood for though. I'm sure you're going to tell me. Ooh, I love it. Yeah, the Tron was, Jim, they were cutting edge at the time, weren't they? It's not like now where we know what sort of works and done. I suppose it's like the Wii in some ways, that they took a chance with motion, the controls, and it worked for them. Whereas these were taking a chance with it being in the room. Is that from Walker, I believe? The FMV and the ray traced things. That is crazy. You're now as far away from the mid-80s RoboCop Predator that was from the as that was from the early 1950s. Now that is mad. It is crazy. You don't realise how time flies. I was saying the other day, I can't believe it's 23 years since the millennium. That is mental, because I remember the millennium like it was yesterday, literally, with all the hassle around the millennium bug and all that stuff, and I remember the 90s, and that's even further back. That's 33 years away. Oh, a bit of colour there. I wonder how long it took Psygnosis to put this together, because rendering in them days, even on the PCs, wasn't that quick. And then knocking it down in resolution so it could play it. Oh, it looks like it's from Microcosm. That is from Microcosm. Yeah, they did. I love Psygnosis. Some of my favourite games are Psygnosis. Hired Guns. I used to... What was it? Obviously Lemmings. Tornado, that was Psygnosis. What was the other one they did? I can't remember. Obviously Shadow of the Beast. They did loads, didn't they? I never realised Psygnosis was made up from the people that left Imagine. I didn't realise that till I think I watched somebody's documentary on my YouTube channel. Shiny and black with a great cover. They never knew what was coming with the CDTV came out now. Shadow of the Beast, yeah, loads of them. I remember when I worked at the computer shop, Shadow of the Beast was with the demo you put on to show the parallax scrolling. I wonder if Commodore paid them to do this. It's like Firefox, that. If it could do this though, why didn't they make games like this? Can you imagine if you'd have had this on the CDTV? Yeah, Liverpool studio used to work around the corner from there. They has a big hourglass tower in Liverpool office. Oh, that's right, interesting. I had Shadow of the Beast on cart for the C64. You see, I don't understand. You see, it was showing these type of things, so why didn't they make a game like this with FMV? It's almost like they promised a lot, but then delivered nothing. And I suppose you can't blame Psygnosis because they're only going to make games what they're going to sell. And if the system didn't sell, the games aren't going to sell, so they're not going to make the games, are they? It's catch-22, isn't it? The building's still there in Liverpool, but Sony PlayStation now. That's interesting. So do you live near Liverpool then? Is that where you're from, Ada? Nitro, I love Nitro. One of my favourite games, Nitro is. Another one. Amiga CD, have you got what it takes? It's quite a good demo, that. I wonder if that's what they played in the stores. Pity there were no, like, actual gameplay footage you could play. What's that? I don't know what's on this, so you'll have to excuse me if it's rubbish. That's what I like about using systems I've never played. I've never played any of these games on this system. I know it's emulation, but it's still, to me, how I play them. Grew up there, yes. You see, I think the nearest probably software house to us was probably Gremlin in Sheffield. Ocean maybe, but that's more of a producer there in Manchester. I think it might have been Super Games Pack.
Hi, I'm Art Sestero, president of Odyssey Software. Welcome to Super Games Pack, our first CD-TV product.
Oh dear. I've just got flashes of 50 games cassette here. Stand by.
Please press the Joy mouse button to get into joystick mode.
Please press the Joy mouse stick button. What? Oh my god. Court used to be in Derby. Alright, I didn't know that. And they became Eidos. Did they publish or make Tomb Raider then? Tomcat Alley, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Don't mention it. What's that? Bite Man Jail. Oh my god. Let's have a go on Bite Man.
Thank you.
Lara Croft Way, I didn't know that.
Stand by, loading Pipe Man.
Oh my good night. Okay, cheers, mate. Does he have triangle boobs? Trust you, Jim. I've actually seen a cosplay with somebody with doing that with triangle bazookas. What is this? Is this PD? It's gonna have to. Can you imagine if you just spent over £1,000 on a system and you get this as your first ever game? Oh, don't Brett. That is actually out on the CD32 Top Banana. Well, I ain't putting that on. I still have migraines from when you made me play it last time. What? Oh my god, what am I supposed to be doing here? You. Oh my god. Oh dear. Defo PD lawsuits. Sorry, I'm laughing here because it's the future of interactive CD and then you get this rubbish. It's like Pac-Man if they'd never seen... If Wish did Pac-Man. This is the sort of game you would get on the Assassin's packs. Pac-Man Wish, yeah. Imagine spuffing over £1,000 on the hardware that this was... That's what I just said, yeah. Can you imagine that? Expecting this massive, amazing CD quality 3D image thing. Definitely CDTV now. Can I come out of this? How do I get out of this? Can I get out of it? I bet I can't. Oh, I'm gonna have to reset it. I just want to try one more of the games. Sorry, I'm laughing here. I'm making myself cry with laughter because that's just terrible. And we all know that's not what the CDTV really could do, but it's same as anything. Most systems come with get some shovelware at some point. The Wii was well known for it, weren't it? Totally well known for it. I want to try the bottom one because it intrigued me.
Hi, I'm Art Sestero, president of Odyssey Software. Welcome to Super Games Pack, our first CD.
I wonder how much this cost. I bet it can't cost. I bet it cost at least 15 quid.
Please press. Thank you.
The one good thing about the CDTV, which I would have liked, was the ability to get PD libraries on CD, because that always fascinated me with the PC. I got PD soft library when it came out, just because I wanted all the discs on a CD, and that did fascinate me. So that would have been good if it did. Deathbots.
Thank you.
Fred Fish, yes, anything like that. I used to love them libraries. I wonder if these were made on Amos. Copyright 1990. Bloody hell! Look at the size of the thingy. Couldn't miss that, could you? Oh, that's from Battlestar Galactica. Cylons are here. I know you said Klingons there. I thought that were Robocop. Oh, it's like... It's, if Wish made Gauntlet. I was 4 in 1990. Stock gun sound number 143. This is total alien breed killer right here, yeah. How do I get... Can't I open them doors? Oh, bloody hell. Oh, that collision detection there is terrible. Oh, he doesn't even look like he's running through the doors. Oh dear. It's top down. I love PD games, how they just steal sounds from both. I know, them sounds I've heard before. Yeah, but I don't think this is a PD game. This is actually a game you purchase. But I can say it's like set 50 into it. Oh, I've run out of bullets. I've run out of bullets. What? That explosion, I've heard that before, definitely. Is it from tanks? It's from tanks, isn't it, when your tank explodes? Is this PD? We have a guess if it is or not. What, I picked so many games that are and so many games that aren't. What's that? Can I get that? Oh, he won't turn. He won't. Oh no. Oh, you can punch him. Where's the... Yeah, that's enough of that, I think. It was a good attempt, but just not well executed, because if you look at the like you said, Craig, the isometrics of the top and the sides don't quite right. The walls don't quite look right. They should have just gone for a top-down view. Interesting game, frustrating, very frustrating. So that's Super Pack. Actually, they do... Oh, I didn't know that came out for these. Wait a second. I bet it won't work because it's a queue. I need to... They did actually do a point of sale CD as well. So this would be playing on the machine when you went into the shops to see it. You are watching a demonstration of CDT from Commodore. So obviously you've got different ones you could watch. So you could move the pad, I would imagine, and then select which one you wanted. So this is made by Titus, famous for Lamborghini Challenge and Crazy Cars, I believe, and Titus the Fox, obviously. Got a bit of CD music there playing. I've never played this, so I can't. I'm not controlling it, it's just a demo that plays itself. It's got a bit of Terra Cresta-ish to it. It's pretty smooth, multi-scrolling different ways, which is good. Colour palette's a bit bland, but I don't know if this came out for the Amiga as well. Probably did. I love what I liked about the missiles. If you look at the missiles, they like come out slow and then they go fast to where they're going to go to, and I think that's quite good. I like that. It's a bit it makes them look like they've got a bit of gravity with them, if you like. There was another game. Was it? No, it was. I know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of Project X. That used missiles, didn't it, as well? That came out slow, then went fast somewhere. How do I get off this now, then? That's the only problem. Once you can't get out of it. Come out of it that way. I wonder what. The other demos were. Just have a quick look at one more of them. Then we'll play one more game. I think I know what I'm going to play. You see, they could have put a voice over there. That would have got people. But I suppose the tellies were always turned down, weren't they? Because if they were all had voiceovers, they'd all be too loud, I suppose. See, Groyler's Encyclopedia. This is before the internet, obviously. So.
Welcome to the new Roll Your Electronic Encyclopedia on CD-ROM, a treasury of information, sights, and sounds for the entire family. If at any time you need assistance in using the Roll Your Encyclopedia, simply select the Help button. A brief voiceover will describe the current screen and...
Oh, and that was it. Probably got more, but I pressed the button. You see, now that for a family or for a parent, that's how you'd attract them to buy it, I suppose, to get them to show that it's got a bit of educational value as well. Right, last game I'm going to try tonight. I've never played this before. I just like the title of it. So if it's rubbish, I apologise now. And hopefully it works. Oh no, it's made by them. I can only apologise in advance. Oh, they've got a bit more techie, they've got a bit of a spin. That's from D-Paint as well. Good evening, Tetley. Hope you're okay. Copyright 1992, so it's a year on. So have they learnt anything? I fear not.
Select choice. Move backward. Select choice.
Is this the LGN of the Amiga? It could well be. LGN. That's the NES. I want to
select move back exit.
You see, they didn't make it so you could move it down with the pad. You had to literally go forward wind on it. So I need to go to play a game.
Exit. Move forward. Select choice.
Space Wars
exit.
the movie?
Move forward.
Oh, I've got to see the movie. Sorry. The next sequence is a non-interactive demonstration of what your CDTV can do. All of Odyssey's future games will feature graphics and sound effects like this, but in a more interactive way. For now, just sit back and enjoy the movie. Right, let's see what they were going to bring. They didn't get rid of the Jamie and the Magic Torch flashy light. So this was showcasing what they were going to bring to the table. So I'm expecting something amazing now. That music is from Battle Beyond the Stars. With bloody hell, what's his name? Him who played Hannibal Smith in the A-Team. And him who was in Waltons, who played John Boy. Space Cowboy. John Boy Walton, yeah, he was in a film called Battle Beyond the Stars. In a spaceship that looked like a male part of the body. You've seen it, have you? Yes. If Wish did Star Wars. But bear in mind, this is what your CDTV is capable of and what the future holds for Odyssey software. As Captain Blackhawk. It sounds like something from, what's the name? Bloody... Oh... Blackadder. As the Lieutenant. I got Wing Commander never came out for CDTV, did it either? That'd have been another good one. Probably. I was just trying to think when it came out on PC. When some of these games are 92, 93. Wow. That's Jim's current internet setup on his back garden. Or it was one when he was trying to get Starlink. What the hell is that? Oh my god. It's detected a Trivial Pursuit piece. That's from Star Trek.
Commander, we are picking up subspace field distortions in Sector 27.
I wonder how many copyright violations this game has got. They would. Error in holomatrix. Syntax error on line 10.
Picking up the pieces after that last Capellian raid.
Oh my god!
Alright, get an interceptor out.
I'm so glad this is the future of Odyssey games. What the hell is that?
Oh, yes, sir. Blackhawk and Hunter are sitting on pad 65.
Well, what are you waiting for, Lieutenant? Get them out of here.
Interceptor 3, this is Fixes Control. You guys still out there?
Oh dear. Sorry, I'm just it's like a cross between Stingray, Thunderbirds, D-Pain Animation.
Hunter here. Hey, you guys got anything for us to do?
Roger that, Hunter. We have a bogey approaching from Sector 27.
Deep effort. To be honest, I've seen better Amiga intros than this. I always remember the one on Birds of Prey. The Birds of Prey Amiga intro is amazing, where they're flying down the things, and that's on 2 discs. That's only on 2 discs. So much to unpack here. I wonder if they actually made that in their studios, and they must have done, because I would have thought. Wow, animation. Blue Peter made it. Yeah, I want to start the game now. Let's start the game. I've had enough of the movie. I couldn't watch 3 hours of that. Bless. Do you know the sad thing is though? I do like crap like that. It just takes me back to when they were learning, isn't it?
Select choice.
Oh, we've got some Jamie and the Magic Talk again. Thunderbirds, I go.
Emergency alert. Emergency alert.
Star Trek again. That's from the film, I think. Brace yourselves, people. Oh god, it's like oh, it's flipping out. This is a rip-off of Summit Control. Is it Star Control? This is a rip-off of Star Control. I used to love Star Control. How do I put shields on? On one of them, on Star Control, you could pull down and release lots of little ships because you were like Battlestar Galactica. I used to love that game. I must have played it for hours. Everybody's saying the same thing. Yes, it's definitely Star Control. If Star Control were made on Amos. Oh. Erquan, the green Battlestar Galactica. Oops, I've just lost control. Even the zooming in and out is Star Control. Yes, it was. Oh, I'm dead. That's probably the best bit, the explosion at the end. Right, guys. I think I'm going to call it a night there. I've really enjoyed tonight's stream. Again, I love playing systems that I've never really had much to do with or sort of seen, to be honest. And CDTV, it's a shame again, as been mentioned in the comments, it's one of them systems that was way ahead of its time. The idea was right, that one day that consoles would be in the living room and would be used. It was just too early, and it wasn't that much a leap from the Amiga, unfortunately. Let's never play the CDTV again. I'm going to play one Amiga now with a cuppa. No, dude. Does not seem as fluent to control. No, it definitely weren't as fluent. It was like very all over the place. But yeah, thank you everybody for commenting. It always makes the stream better, and I love to hear other people's memories of it, because that's where I learn stuff, especially with systems I've never seen. So thank you very much for joining. Thank you to Andy, Jim, Craig, Paul, AD, and the others. I've forgot the others now. ZX Tetley, thank you. You came in a bit later. Liz. There was somebody else as well, but I can't remember where he's gone. They were quite just anybody who's been on. Thank you for coming on, and thank you for commenting. I do a stream most Sundays, and different systems. We try and mix it up a bit. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next week. I'm not sure yet. So also, if you've enjoyed them, please come over to my Facebook channel, because I post a lot of stuff on there, and a lot of stuff to do with like just nostalgia, old TV stuff and what have you. Like I say, join the comments. I'm always glad to hear people's memories and stuff. So have a great weekend. Weekend's over now, so have a great week. And I shall see you all next Sunday. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.